Parev, my name is Arpi Krikorian. I am a granddaughter of survivors of the Armenian Genocide. As a young child, the month of April was traumatic and overwhelming. I knew I would be inundated with horrific images as we honored the lives lost in the Armenian Genocide of 1915. Assemblies at school would show us photographs of beheaded bodies, mothers crying over the skeletons of their starving children, rows of our intellectuals hanging from gallows, families torn apart and separated, face after face of suffering. The sad duduk would play, the graphic slides would roll, and I would relive the horror my grandparents lived. When I became a mother, I witnessed my children experiencing the same thing as they learned about this devastating yet very important chapter of our history, which can't be ignored or forgotten. While I realized the necessity of my children learning about the genocide and what happened to their great-grandparents, as not only a mother, but as an artist and animator working in children's television, I realized there must be a better way to teach our kids about these atrocities. I have been fortunate enough in my career to have made friends with like-minded individuals who, even though were not of Armenian descent, empathized and understood the importance of this tragic event that changed the trajectory of all Armenian lives. Together, we used our collective experience in children's programming to develop the animated series of Stories of Armenian Hope, based on true stories of people helping those in need, creating hope in a hopeless situation. It presents these events in a new and gentler, more effective way. As an executive producer at Twiddle Productions, I am excited, proud, and grateful to announce that after years of development, we collaborated with the USC Shoah Foundation and completed the initial episode, The Red Scarf, A Story of Armenian Hope, which is part of the Shoah Foundation's Keep the Promise Armenian Genocide Education Program. We hope you enjoy The Red Scarf, A Story of Armenian Hope, and that it becomes a starting point of an important conversation for you and your family and a conduit of awareness about this important part of human history.
Oh, Jackie.
Sharan. Krikor dede, do you like my song? I learned it in Armenian class today. Look, I brought you some pomegranates from your tree. Dede, what's wrong? Why are you so sad?
A great man. He has died, Okis.
Oh no, Dede. Who? Is it someone I know?
No, you don't know him. But he is someone I knew when I was very young. When I was a boy, Tamar. Just a little older than you. I lived in an orphanage in Greece.
What?
We often got to go see movies in the theater nearby. That's where I first saw Jackie Coogan. It was in Charlie Chaplin's classic movie, The Kid. Huh? Jackie played orphan like me. It was a wonderful thing to see. But when it was over, we went back to our world, which wasn't so wonderful.
Dede, I don't understand. Why were you in an orphanage? Where was your mother and your father? What happened?
My family was caught up in this terrible, violent that began in the spring of 1915. That year, the Ottoman Turkish regime had ordered for tens of thousands of Armenian families to be driven from their homes. In peaceful times, our town of Karpet was a thriving place. But within a few months, the violence reached us. At first, they took the men and the teenage boys away, my father being among them.
But what happened to you? What happened to your mother?
The soldiers forced us out of our homes. The women, the children, the old people, everyone. The home we knew and loved was lost forever.
Yürüyün yavrular. Yürüsenize ne bakıyorsunuz hainler?
We marched. Many Armenians were killed.
Մայրիկ, կվախնամ։
Մի վախնար հոգիս։ Մի վախնար, մի վախնար։
We didn't know where we were going. We had little food, water, or rest. Days turned into months. Many fell behind, and no matter how tired or hungry I was, my mother would say, Krikor, we must
պետք է
keep going.
շարունակենք ցակուկ։
She was my angel. Then one day, as we were marching, we were caught up in this dangerous dust storm.
Krikor,
Մայրիկ,
Krikor վազե։ Krikor, վազե։ Վազե։
մի շքեր ինձի։
Հիշեմեզի։ Հիշեմեզի Krikor, հիշե։
Ոչ,
Հիշեմեզի ուղիս։ Իզբանու։
ոչ։
What happened to your mighty?
My mother was one of the 1,500,000 who were killed.
But you kept going.
I was lucky. A short time later, I was found by American missionary workers who brought me to an orphanage. And while I lived there, a ray of hope broke through the clouds. From the missionaries and the other witnesses, the American ambassador, Henry Morgenthau, learned about the terrible crimes, and he spoke out. Concerned Americans formed the Near East Relief. Thanks to them and many others, people in America and around the world came to know what was happening to us and sent help. And that's when Jackie Coogan, still a little boy, mind you, became our hero. He started by hosting bundle events. He even turned the set of his movie, The Circus Days, into a real circus that kids in Los Angeles could come to see for the price of a bundle of old clothes or a can of milk for the orphan refugees, like me.
Hi, I'm Jackie Coogan. Thank you so much. This is gonna make a big difference to all the Armenian and Greek orphans. Isn't this great?
But what happened to you? Did you stay with the missionaries?
For a while. But the violence began again. And the missionaries, they realized that we orphans needed to leave Turkey to be truly safe.
Were you scared that day?
Oh, I was, Hokis. But I had to keep going for my mother and all the others.
So what happened then?
We were taken to a place in Greece called Zepian.
Marigis Haigis Gagarotnam.
Hishemezi.
Life got better at Zapian. Good people were helping, and aid was coming in. But even as I was becoming part of this new family, I missed my mother and my father very bad, terribly.
But what about Jackie? I thought he was helping.
He was trying his best. And then he did even better. The Children's Crusade for the Near East Relief in 1924.
Thank you. We can do it.
Jackie became the face of the Near East Relief Children's Crusade. Jackie and his parents and the people from the Near East Relief traveled across America by train, collecting clothes and cans of milk and raising money at every stop from his fans. By the time he arrived in New York, he had collected over $1 million worth of clothes and food and money. The mayor declared August 16, 1924, Jackie Coogan Day. He was given a ticker tape parade through all of Manhattan. And 40,000 people came to his rally in Brooklyn. Dozens of Boy Scouts loaded the relief aboard Jackie Coogan's food ship in the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
It must have felt good knowing Jackie's help was on the way.
I must confess, Hokis, I was not very hopeful at this point. When so much goes wrong, it's hard to feel that anything is going to go right. Jackie, meanwhile, was still busy collecting aid, huh? This time, it was in the great cities of Europe. London, Paris, Geneva, and then to Rome.
Isn't this great? Hello.
Don't worry, son. We'll get to Greece soon.
Oh, I wish we were already there. Oh. Hi. I'm Jackie. Krikor. Nice to meet you, Krikor. Here, you look like you could use this. Garmir. Jis mamais was gabin bes. Shinor hagalem.
I tried to thank him. I wanted to tell him how much I liked his movies and that red was my mother's favorite color, the color of the pomegranates of my home. But I spoke no English, and he spoke no Armenian. And a moment later, he was gone. I was left with this.
Red is my favorite color too, Dede.
Not long after Jackie's visit, the Near East Relief found a sponsor family for me in America. And I met your grandmother. And we started our family. And then our children had children. I always remember, if it wasn't for the efforts of so many good souls, including a kid from a movie, who helped lead the way, generations of Armenians may never have existed.
Thank you, Jackie.